Alright, before we get into the video, I'm going to talk to you guys about foottrading.co.uk, our trading site that's there to help you guys make millions of coins throughout FIFA 22. We've already got people in the Discord that are sitting well over 5 million TP with millions of coins on their account, basically building and trading and doing whatever they want on this game without spending their hard-earned money on FIFA points. So what do you get for your money? Tier 1, £10 gets you access to the low budget area across all platforms. You also get access to our trading areas for chem styles, that's anchors, hunters and shadows. And we just launched our icon area for you guys. Every single tradable icon is on there to help you guys trade with them and make millions. The access for tier 2 includes fluctuations. This is an area of the site that is incredibly overpowered. It tracks the market 24 hours a day. It shows you the low point on cards, the high point on cards, the average price that card has been at, and gives you guys an ideal price that you guys can go and buy that card at and flip it on for pretty much guaranteed profit. We don't say it lightly when we say you guys will make millions of coins if you utilize it. If you've already subbed, make sure you join the Discord. If you're debating subbing, join the Discord as well. It's completely free and you can talk to website subscribers directly and ask them what they think about the site. But for now, let's get into the video. Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to a new video with me, Fuzzball40. As always, if you're new around here, subscribe down below and make sure your notifications are turned on so you never miss an upload. Don't forget, Project Fuzzball40k, basically every 1,000 subscribers we hit, we'll give away a website sub. We've done one already, we're going to announce that probably in the next video. And every time we hit 1,000, we'll give away a website subscription. And then once we hit 40k, a next generation console will be given away to one of you guys. Again, I always want to give back when the channel's growing, when the website's growing. We always want to do that. So that's our way of saying thank you for all the incredible support we've had so far. But this video is sort of twofold. I want to show you in action what I did yesterday in terms of buying some cards low, and some of them have risen already, and the sort of low and high that I've been talking to you guys about. And then what we do on the website is every year at some point we bring it in, and it's going to start this week. We bring in a weekly trading guide in massive detail, basically looking at everything you should be thinking about for the week ahead. So I want to give you guys a rough idea of what you should be looking at, and just sort of pointing you in the right directions, I guess, is the best way. On the website, it's literally here are the cards. This is what you want to do. Here, I'll give you guys a rough idea. You can go out and do the research you want to do on FootWiz, for example, and it's very easy to make coins. If you plan your week out, so if you plan your Monday, your Tuesday, your Wednesday, you haven't got to trade for hours and hours and hours. You can literally target the times and the areas that you want to go for, make coins there and move on to the next day. And it's so easy to make coins. Whenever I trade, that's what I'm thinking about. How do I make coins today? How do I make coins the next day? What budget am I going to need? Do I hold these investments for longer, or do I sell them now and take a small profit on them, or break even on them because there's more coins to be made elsewhere? So yeah, but let's start talking about sort of trading in action. So I want to show you some cards I bought yesterday. So I did my big inform play that I normally do. So I bought some Depays, I bought some Lozanos, and I bought some Gvardials. They will sit there for now. Got no issue with them whatsoever. But I also went out and bought myself some of these UCL cards. Now, Mukiele at the moment sort of holding steady at what we paid for him. I paid 66, 69. He's at about 72 at the moment. So basically, if I was to sell now, I'd break even. But Traore was the one that I bought quite a few of. He got down to 35,000 coins last night pretty consistently. And if I show you FootWiz, he's at about 42 now. So if I come to sell, I'm looking at about 5,000 coins profit per card. Now, why did I buy him? Because he's plentiful in supply. He's an 84 rated. He's low. There's not much risk. But the only other option at right back in the Ligue 1 is basically Hakimi. There's Klaus, but he ain't that great. So the only real option is Hakimi. So for me, he's a no-brainer. Basically, at 6 p.m. every day, you're going to get packs being opened. But over the weekend, a lot of these packs are opened. A lot of packs of people's rewards are open. So the market holds low. I said this last week. The market holds very, very low. Supply then dries up on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yes, you've got promo packs. Of course, you've got promo packs. But not everyone opens those up like they open up rewards. A lot of people that play this game refuse to use FIFA points. So their rewards are the main things they open up on the sort of Friday, Saturday, Sunday, depending on when you finish champs. Market's held low, and then it starts to rise. The informs are all up a couple of K at the moment. Nothing incredible, so we'll hold those for a bit longer. But my priorities, like I say, I'll be able to sit there on these guys for another hour or two, see if it gets to 43, 44, and I think that'll be my sell point. Because I don't want to hold these cards for very long, and I'll explain why now as we talk through what you've got to be thinking about for this week. So today's Monday, okay? Market's low, like I've just said. Everyone opening up packs from Weekend League over the weekend, market holds low. But what we've seen up till now is that from Monday onwards, the market rises. And so informs do quite well, standard sort of gold cards that are relatively meta do quite well, and it rises up from there. So anything you buy today as an investment should do quite well. But I would avoid, I really would avoid any sort of the random gold cards that you've already seen a rise in. Now, if you're not sure what cards you've seen a rise in, all you've got to do is go to FootWiz and check their graphs out. So, for example, Vardy got to a low of 6.5 on Xbox the other day. Look at him now, 10.250. Will I touch Vardy at 10.250? Not a single solitary chance. He's at a high, basically. So if you look at recently, he's higher than he's been for a while. So I wouldn't be touching Vardy, if I'm being honest with you. But have a little look around. Have a look at the cards that are in the Premier League, the relatively meta cards, and see what they're doing. There's no guarantee that these cards are going to rise massively in value, but you can have a little look and see, okay, so we got, let's just do Saint instead, because whenever I do Maximin, doesn't really work. Let's go Saint Maximin. He's 3.6 at the moment. Where's he been? He's only really been down over the course of the weekend. He's not too high at the moment. But again, he sort of stayed steady. If you can pick this guy up with a hunter on him at sort of 3k and whatnot, you should be pretty safe. The supply of him will dry up a little bit. You'll be able to get maybe 4.5 with a hunter. These sort of cards will do quite well as the week progresses, as people continue to build their teams. However, be mindful that people now have got coins, and cards like Sat Max won't have too much of a value sort of moving forward. 5-star skills helps him. Without being blunt, it helps him. But that's what you've got to be thinking about. Now, sort of a higher end is really where you do well here. Because if you can buy icons, if you can buy the higher end team of the weeks from last week, that's where you can do quite well. Because they've been packed left, right and centre. So if you can buy some of those cards, anyone that's currently in team of the week, really all you should see is a rise up till next weekend. But you've got to be willing to hold. But the big coins I think to be made this week, but also the big risk is going to be into Tuesday, Wednesday. Champions League is back. Champions League is back, and that's big. First things first, we're probably going to see marquee matchups of Champions League this week, okay? So you can go and buy into some of the big games that you think are going to be the big ones to go for. Those players should rise a little bit, that's fine. But really, the coins are to be made in the cards that I am holding on to right now, and this is why I don't want to hold them too long, in the form of sort of Traore and Mukiele. So basically, these cards act very similar to those other live cards, and live cards really react to games happening. Like, so, for example, the weekend, Depay, pardon me, Depay's ones to watch was up and down because of fact he scored for Barcelona. People sort of hedge their bets on that. It becomes like a stock market for the day. These cards are all in action this week. So you've got Leipzig playing, you've got Rennes playing, you've got loads of teams playing in different competitions. So UCL, you've got Europa League on Thursday, you've got all those sort of Conference League, all those sort of things, okay? When these teams play, if they go behind, you'll see these prices drop off heavily. Really, really heavily, because people panic sell them. If they go ahead, you'll see them rise. If you've got a coin budget to sit there, you can play about with these cards. It is risky. It's very, very risky, but you can make a lot of coins. Let's say Rennes go ahead, and you've bought some of Traore's, or Traore's at 35,000 coins. As they go ahead, you can buy 5 or 6 of them. He'll shoot up in value. You then sell. You do not hold. You then sell on. Conversely, if Rennes go behind, then he crashes in price, because everyone panic sells. Once he stops getting low, buy him. Because once the panic ends, he's still a usable 84 rated card, and you know the value for him has been there in about 35,000 coins. You can then sell him on. And you can then buy him, let the sort of market settle on him and sell him on. But it is risky, like I say. It's very, very risky, but it can be really profitable and really, really fun. So it's something to think about with the European games this week. I personally wouldn't hold these cards for longer than sort of today, tomorrow. If they're Conference League, you can probably hold them for a bit longer. But Champions League ones like Mukiele and stuff like that, I won't hold this card for very long. I'll see if he rises today. If he doesn't, I'll get out. It's as simple as that. Someone like Traore, I can hold a little longer. The Conference League games, I don't think until Thursday. I'll check it to make sure. Always do. But that's that, basically. Thursday then brings round marquee matchups. And so many people say to me, should I invest in the players that might be a marquee matchups for teams? And if you can go out and look at what the major games are going to be for marquee matchups, fine, fantastic. You probably will make some profit. We saw Leverkusen players rise. We saw Munich players rise. So that's fine. You can go and do that if you really, really, really want to. However, the big coins that we made in buying the rare silvers and club stocking. I did it last week. I went out and I bought rare French players, Brazilian players, German players, English players, whatever you want to call it, for pretty much close to discard price. I then waited for an SBC to come out that required rare players, and we got one that required 11 rare players. The minimum I sold those cards for was like 900. Some of those cards were sold for 2,500 to 3,000 coins plus, because they fitted a certain criteria. There were fullbacks that were major nation, stuff like that. If you've got the coin total, club stock, it's no risk. If you go and buy silver, so 300, 400, 500 coins, eventually they're going to be needed. And if you don't need the coins right now, within a few days, you should see a profit back. You can list them overnight if you really want to, at sort of increased rate. You don't want to go too high on them. But let's say you pay for 300, you can get 800, 900, 1,000 on them pretty easily. But it only takes that one SBC to see them rise. And you can interlink it by buying into major leagues as well, because any SBC that comes out, even if they're major league and major nation, they spike even more. Some of the guys I had, I think Gallagher, I think it was from Crystal Palace, went for 2,200 coins. I paid 500 for like 6 of him. So it was a no-brainer for me to buy that because he's English and Premier League. Really, really simplistic. So that's where I think the coins that are made on marquee matchups. It's very, very easy to look at those cards and see where they go. And then on Thursday, and I'll make this clear, do not hold too much. Really do not hold too much, because what happened last week, and seems to happen most weeks, into the Friday, new release of a promo team, the market dips. The market dips off quite significantly. And that's an opportunity there for you to make coins if you're going to buy at that stage. But holding anything, you're going to lose out on it. I said this last week, some people still held, market went down, we're like, oh my god, my cards have gone down. It was obvious. It happens every single week. But there were buy points there. As you guys saw the other day, Rickon, for example, that was 80,000 on the Friday, then jumped up to like 97,000 coins after the content at the end on Friday. People had coins because they opened promo packs, and he went up in value. Sort of 17,000 coin rise in the space of a few hours. That is a really good buy point. So for me, my plan this week will be to be liquid again, going into the Friday as much as possible, and then buying again. I think I made 350,000 coins for about an hour's work on Friday. It was really simplistic, really easy to make coins from. But that's what you should be looking at for this week. These are the best trading tips I can give you for this week. It's as simple as that. Plan each day out. What coins do I need for this day? What coins do I need for that day? And what are my plans for that day? A lot of this stuff I will be doing in and around streams and whatnot. You can come in. I'm live on Twitch, 5:30 p.m. most days. You can come in, ask questions, all that stuff. But if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe down below. Make sure your notifications are turned on so you never miss an upload. But for now, I'm out. Peace out. I'll speak to you soon.